Veterinarians are one of few professionals granted the privilege of prescribing and dispensing medications. Some of these medications are controlled drugs and narcotics, and their management is strictly regulated. Controlled drug diversion and abuse poses risks to public health and safety, and veterinarians are held responsible when utilizing these drugs in their practice. All veterinarians who prescribe, dispense, and manage controlled drugs must comply with federal and provincial laws, as well as the regulations and expectations that are set out by the College of Veterinarians of Ontario. Veterinarians are responsible for the security of controlled drugs in their facilities. Failure to appropriately secure controlled drugs may result in professional and legal penalties. Under Regulation 1093, all veterinary facilities must maintain a Controlled Substances Register, commonly referred to as a controlled drug log. The controlled drug log is a system for recording the inventory of controlled drugs, including purchases, sales, and in-facility dispensing. The minimum standards for veterinary facilities in Ontario requires weekly audits for most companion animal facilities. As a best practice, all veterinary facilities should routinely conduct audits of their controlled drug logs. It may be necessary to conduct additional audits in unexpected circumstances, such as a fire or break-in at the facility. An audit reconciles the actual inventory and the expected inventory determined from the controlled drug log. Frequent audits assist with inventory management and ensure irregularities are detected, resolved, and reported in a timely fashion. The steps in performing a controlled drug audit are as follows. Step 1. Determine your expected inventory. This is the quantity of a drug you expect to have on hand based on the information contained in the controlled drug log and other records, such as purchase invoices. Step 2. Determine the actual inventory by examining and, in some cases, physically counting the stock. The actual inventory includes the quantity in unopened bottles and the amount in open bottles. Tamper-proof seals can save time. For added security, a tamper-proof seal can be wrapped around unopened bottles. If this seal has not been broken, the auditor can assume the bottle contains the number of tablets or mils as per the label. During the audit, open bottles of tablets are counted, and they then can be sealed as well. For the next audit, if the seal has not been broken, a recount would not be necessary. In the case of an open bottle of an injectable controlled drug, do not withdraw the liquid to determine the volume, as this can lead to contamination and loss of the drug. There are a number of ways that injectable medications can be counted. To maintain a running account of the amount of liquid remaining in an open bottle, apply a sticker to the bottle which denotes the amount remaining after a withdrawal. For example, when a new bottle containing 10 ml of a controlled drug is opened and 2 ml is withdrawn, apply a sticker with 8.0 ml on it to denote the amount remaining in the bottle. After the next withdrawal, subtract the amount from 8.0 ml and place a new sticker on the bottle. If the second withdrawal is 1.5 ml, the new sticker would denote the remaining volume of 6.5 ml. During the audit, a visual inspection of the amount remaining in the bottle and the amount on the sticker could reveal a discrepancy. In this case, the contents of the bottles could be withdrawn to determine an accurate volume. Another way to estimate the volume in an open bottle is to have an empty bottle of the same size for a comparison. If the log indicates that 50 ml of a controlled drug should be present, 50 ml of water can be added to the empty bottle, and the two bottles can be compared. Or the empty bottle can be marked with lines denoting where 1 ml, 2 ml, etc. would be, and use this as a comparison to the bottle being audited. These are just a few examples of how to make a visual inspection. Clinics can decide what works best for their audit process. When a bottle is emptied, the recorded withdrawals from the bottle can be added up. This total should equal the original amount in the bottle. There is an allowance made for loss due to withdrawal from the bottle. Loss due to withdrawal is normally between 0.1 and 0.2 ml per withdrawal. As an example, if 12 withdrawals were made from a bottle, a total of up to 2.4 ml, 12 withdrawals times 0.2 ml per withdrawal could be attributed to losses due to withdrawal. This amount could be responsible for any discrepancy that is discovered between the logged withdrawals and the amount in the bottle. As with open bottles of tablets, open bottles of injectable controlled drugs can be sealed once the audit is completed. If at the next audit the seal has not been broken, the auditor can assume there was no change to the inventory. Step 3. Compare the actual inventory to the expected inventory. These numbers should be identical or very close. What if you find a discrepancy between the actual and expected inventory during an audit? Begin by double-checking the math and ensuring drug entries are up to date. Remember that written and computerized records could contain errors. Deficits in the expected inventory can be a result of record-keeping errors during use, shipping, or receiving. Problems with your actual inventory may need to be checked through recounting. Remember to account for losses due to withdrawal. Any shortages that cannot be reconciled must be reported to the police immediately and to Health Canada's Office of Controlled Substances within 10 days. Following an established written protocol for audits can help cut down on errors and inaccuracies. Ideally, it is good to rotate roles within the facility, so the role of auditor is shared. Auxiliary staff can perform audits. However, it is ultimately the veterinarian's responsibility to ensure the security of controlled substances. As part of the audit protocol, the veterinarian should be reviewing the controlled drug logs and audits. Visit the college website for practice standards and sample forms. Protect your patients, your clients, your staff, and your license. Be rigorous, stay informed, know the rules, recognize you have a role in public protection and public health related to controlled drugs.